What's up, guys? It's your boy Vic from Team Kings and Games here, and I know a lot of people have seen that I had uploaded a video, but then I had deleted it, or did you know they just couldn't find it? And that's because I recorded the video originally on my phone because my camera battery was dead when I went to record it, and long story short, something happened with my phone that it didn't actually come full frame with the recording, so like the footage was shrunken in the video itself, so like there was a giant blackout border, and like long story short, just deleted it. I was so frustrated. But that was just a pack opening video that I was trying to do, just to like do a video to do a comeback, basically trying to see if I could pull a dust of gold out of 18 packs. Didn't pull it. But if anybody wants to know what happened between my actual last video, which was the Blue Eyes White Dragon duel versus Thunder Dragons, and now, leave a comment down below. I'll do a video where I explain what happened, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Life's been crazy. I got one job, of course. I got 2 kids right now. A third on the way now. A third. I have my son, my daughter, and I'm about to have another daughter in June. But long story short, I'm going to be going to South Park Township Regionals next month, March 22nd. And then April 11th, I believe it is. April 11th or April 12th is the Regionals in Philly. I'm going to be going to that one as well. If anybody wants to, you know, go there, hang out, you know, get some play testing in, or even, you know, get the opportunity to duel me, you know, that'd be fun too. Me and a bunch of my friends are going to be going. But, yeah, guys, but today I'm bringing you my hero deck profile. It's an incompleted hero deck right now, but I kind of like, I'm only missing 2 cards, and you'll see how I run it. It still runs very efficiently. So yeah, guys, let's get it. Alright, guys, to start off the lineup, I'm playing 3 Elements of Hero Stratos. You already know he's basically the Rhoda of the deck, and also the built-in MST if you do it right. Oh man, I got that all messed up. Let's see if I can fix that right there. That bothers me. There we go. Anyways, the best card, I've seen people play him at 1. I've seen even people play him at 2. But just like, you know, the way me and everyone in Team Kings of Games see it as, is if it's a searcher, if it extends your plays, if it gets you to other resources quicker, why not play more of it? That way you can see it more often. Continuing on, I have 2 Elements of Hero Shadow Mists in the deck. Shadow Mist is like one of my favorite cards. You special summon it, you could get mass change. If it's sent to the graveyard for whatever reason, you can add a hero monster from your deck or to your hand. But of course you can only activate one of those effects per turn, just like most of the heroes. Then I play 1 Solid Soldier. I tried more than one. It's just too loggy for me with the way I want to play the deck. I believe it's good at 1. You know, from time to time, every once in a while, I go from 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1. But I think 1's the best way to go. And to round up the last bit of the heroes, Elements of Hero Bubble Man. I don't have Liquid Soldier right now, so I'll play Bubble Man. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, if I have no cards in hand or on field, I get to draw 2 cards if I have no monsters on field. If this card's the only card in your hand, you can special summon it. If it's the only card in my hand, I can special summon it. You know, extend my plays. Why not, you know? And the last of the hero lineup, actually, the hand trap hero, Elements of Hero Honest Neos. Never would summon him out. You know, he's just good for a good honest card. You know, your opponent tries to beat over your Dark Law for whatever reason. Why not just end up slapping him around with your Dark Law with, you know, Honest Neos on top of Dark Law, making him 4,900. So on and so forth. Continuing on. Now for the Destiny Hero lineup. 3 Destiny Hero Malicious. Love Destiny Hero Malicious. He is the extender. He keeps things going. He's no joke. You know, flat out, I just love him. That, and you know, he's good for the dark calling, the last malicious, you know, that one that just sits in your grave for no reason after you go 2 already banished because you're supposed to summon 2 out already. You got that last one just sitting in grave. Just use dark calling on the last one just to banish it, just to say, you know what, I don't need it no more, and you know, bring out Bane. Then I got 1-ofs, Celestial, Dynatag, Plasma. Some people don't play Celestial, some people don't play Dynatag, some people will play Celestial over Dynatag, some people are even playing Decider right now. But with this lineup, I just love this lineup personally. I always end up using Fusion Destiny, sending Celestial and Dynatag to grave. Next turn, follow up if I have no cards in hand. When it's my next turn, I can banish Celestial from grave when I don't have any cards in my hand. Draw 2, Dynatag. If I have Plasma on field or Dystopia on field, I like doing the Plasma play. And then from there, banishing away Dynatag, just increase Plasma's attack by an extra 1,000. That way they can't beat over him. That way he's not an easy target to remove. You know, so on and so forth. I apologize if you guys hear my dogs in the background walking back and forth. They just like pacing around a lot. Next up for the Vision Heroes, 3 Farfa, 3 Ferris. I apologize. Ferris, busted. Discard a hero, one other hero monster from your hand. Special summon this card from your hand, and then if he's normal special summon a set of Vision Hero monster in your spell trap card zone, which you already know you always end up going into increase and going from there and whatnot. Next up, increase himself. Love it. If he is in your spell or trap card zone, you contribute one other hero monster, which is always going to be Ferris, to extend the plays. And then special summon a Vision Hero monster from your deck to your field, which is always Vion. But speaking of Vion, Vision Hero Vion, if he's normal special summon, you can send one hero monster from your deck to your graveyard. I always like, usually, if I don't have Malicious already in grave, I'll do Malicious. If I need to get to another card in my deck for whatever reason, I always end up sending Shadow Mist. That way I could search a card, so on and so forth. Next up, because I do not have Evil Hero Adusted Gold just yet, I'm waiting for it in the mail. I got it off of 3 stacks. We're just waiting for that just to come in. That way, you know, I can show it off and have this deck already completed. I played Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy in place of it because he is actually a Cyber Dragon, basically. If I control no monsters, I can special summon this card from my hand, face up attack position. If you tribute this card or tribute summon an Elemental Hero, a Destiny Hero, or Evil Hero monster, draw 1 card during this turn's end phase. So, and basically, another reason why I use them is because, you know, there's times where I just end up doing Vision Hero Ferris, tributing off Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. That way I get that additional draw at the end of the turn. You know, it's always about plussing or trying to get to other cards in deck. I don't exactly have Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier just yet, so in turn I basically figured out ways how to manipulate my deck with the certain cards. That way I can make up for the loss that I have for a Dusted Gold and Liquid Soldier. Because, you know, Liquid Soldier's the Graceful Charity, more or less, and he also special summons a hero from grave, and so on and so forth. And a Dusted Gold, well, Dusted Golds are kind of a hard card to replace in this deck, so I basically just have him, and so on and so forth. But continuing on, but the way I like playing this deck is I can either go first, or like the way I always like end up doing is going second. The only hand trap I play in the deck besides Elemental Hero Honest Neos, Nibiru the Primal Being. You know, there's a lot of combo decks in this format between Spiral, other hero decks. I apologize about that. I had to stop the video in between, so you're probably going to hear like it sounds a little bit different. But to get back into the loop of things, so I play this deck as a going second deck mainly, but also at the same time, I know how to play this deck going first. You know, for me, I don't play any other hand traps. I don't play Ash Blossom. I don't play any of the other hand traps because I like to let my opponents go all out, use all their resources, and then from there, destroy their board. You know, because I can Ash Blossom somebody, that only stops one of their plays. I can Effect Flare Veil or someone, that only stops one of their plays, but they still have a monster on board. So on and so forth, you know. I could Ghost Ogre their monster, but you know, their effect still goes through. So why not just let them full combo out, make their best board that they can, or at least attempt to, and then just Nibiru their board right before they even get a chance to have that fully potentialed out board. That way they waste all their resources and then they're left with almost nothing. Now, that's the monsters. Now for the spells. I play one Rhoda, but in this deck, you know, there's plenty of Rhodas. Like I was telling my brother before, there's almost like 13 searchers in this deck, maybe 11 to 13 searchers in this deck. 3 emergency calls. 3 Fusion Destinies, 3 Mass Changes, Polymerization, Miracle Fusion, and in turn, you know, basically Dark Fusion, but it's Dark Calling. A Hero Lives, and Foolish Burial. I don't play any traps at all. It's 40 cards. Now for my extra deck. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Extra Hero Cross Crusader. This guy is busted. I was like doing the Fusion Destiny play, you know, linking off Dystopia, Malicious, going into Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader, bring back Dystopia, and keep extending the plays from there, and then do Malicious, and then tribute off Malicious with the Extra Hero Cross Crusader for its effect to search a hero monster, and then keep, you know, keep going on for days with the plays, you know, because this deck, it's very consistent. Its recovery plays are disgusting. Like if you play this right and you don't use too many of your resources, there's no running over this deck if you had the right person piloting this deck. But you know, that's in my opinion, that's with any deck. You know, you just have certain people that manage their resources a lot better, others just like going full out, and then, you know, when your board's destroyed, what do you have? You have no recovery because you have nothing in hand, and you're hoping you top deck like the best card you got in your deck. Like in this meta, so they'd probably be like, I hope I top deck either evenly or a lightning storm. Yeah. But continuing on, Extra Hero Wonder Driver. I love doing nutty plays where I go into the Fusion Destiny, I go into Cross Crusader, and then I'll go into Wonder Driver just to, you know, poly 2 of my heroes into Sunrise underneath Wonder Driver just to bring back my polymerization, and so on and so forth. Next up, the last of the Link monsters, Extra Hero Dread Decimator. Stupid good when you have Destiny Hero Dystopia right underneath him. Like, stupid good, because then you have that free pop once per turn as a quick effect every time they interact with your opponent's plays. It's so good, man. Let me tell you, y'all don't know. Those are my Link monsters. 4 Link monsters, of course, as everyone knows if they've seen hero deck profiles. Those are the 4 most common Link monsters in heroes right now. But my lineup of hero monsters is kind of a little bit different. You guys will see why. So, Mass Hero Blast. I don't like back row at all. Dark Law. Also, you know, Mass Hero Blast is also good because if this card special summon, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, its attack becomes half its current attack. So, like, that's just stupid good. It's always good for like trying to beat over, you know, opponents' monsters that are crazy, like, you know, trains and so on and so forth. You know, there's a lot of different matchups I see at my locals from meta to rogue, so I see like a crazy variety of different decks, you know, from Luna Lights to Spirals and whatnot, you know. So it's like you always have to try to figure out how you're gonna make your deck very versatile to play against not only the meta but also rogue decks, because, you know, you'll see all types of different decks when you go into regionals. Moving on, Masked Hero Acid. It's the last bit of my Masked Heroes that I got in here. I was playing Anki, but I decided to just switch it up because, you know, there's other cards that I'm more worried about my Masked Hero plays. I can always get you know, a mass change and so on and so forth, but, you know, at the same time there's also all these other plays that I had to be, you know, thinking about. I had to be extremely versatile, I had to be agile with my deck to switch up the situations with, you know, depending on the, you know, what I'm playing against. Continuing on, Destiny Hero Dystopia. Stupid good when you do the Fusion Destiny play, sending Celestial, Dynatag, and then his effect activates the target a level 4 or lower Destiny Hero monster in grave and burn your opponent for that much attack. So then you end up burning your opponent. If you're targeting Celestial, burn your opponent for 1600 already as soon as you start off the game. Like, it's stupid good. For OTKs, this deck is crazy good. Like, y'all don't even understand. Man, I've been playtesting with this deck on the constant, low key. Like, a lot of people, some people knew about it, not a lot of people didn't, you know. Of course, everybody in my team knew about it, so on and so forth. Like, I'm always constantly like talking about it, you know, sending my deck profile to my teammates and so on and so forth, updating them and showing what I did to the deck and so on and so forth. Destiny Hero Dangerous, he's so good, especially when you want to discard a card and send a Destiny Hero monster from your hand to the deck to the grave and increase a Destiny Hero monster's attack by 200 for each Destiny Hero monster in your grave. Like, I play a lot more Destiny Heroes than what most people do. I believe I play about 5 Destiny Heroes compared to most people. Yeah, because I play 3 Malicious, no, actually 6. 3 Malicious, 1 Celestial, 1 Dynatag, and 1 Plasma. So I top side at 6 monsters compared to everybody else's like 5 or 4 that they end up doing. Continuing on, Elemental Hero Sunrise. This guy is stupid good. He's like my favorite ever. His artwork is stupid good. Like, between him and Absolute Zero, it's crazy. Their artworks are beautiful. I've always loved Absolute Hero Zero. You know, to me they remind me of like My Hero Academia a lot. Like, a lot of the heroes are, you know, remind me of My Hero Academia. Their artwork is just beautiful between all the heroes, the evil heroes and Destiny heroes. You know, I feel like it is like an episode of My Hero Academia. You got the good guys, the bad guys, and, you know, you got the neutral characters, you know, so on and so forth. So it's like stupid good. Like, I just love it. So for me, this is like everything to me because I love heroes. And then I play Vision Hero Adoration. Oh, yo, let me tell you something. Going into Absolute Zero and then mass changing on your opponent's turn when they try to do something, and if they have a back, depending if they're a back row deck or whatever, mass changing Absolute Zero into, you know, Masked Hero, Elemental Hero Absolute Zero to Masked Hero Acid is stupid good. Like, you blow your Raigeki your opponent's monsters, and then you know, Harpy's Feather Dust to their back row. Like, they won't even see it coming like half the time. It's like crazy. Adoration is good also for beating over those troublesome monsters like I mentioned before, because, you know, everything from Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, you have to think about, like, there's monsters that there's just like easy special summons that are like godly stats, or like they're very trivial, and you sit there pondering like, what can I do? And this is why I built my deck the way I built my deck, for like multiple different situations. Like, a lot of different hero players, you know, they play a specific certain lineup. Me, I don't. I like making my deck super agile. I'm not playing Ash Blossoms, I'm not playing Drows, not playing Effect Villagers, not playing DD Crows, none of that. Me, I'm just playing break the board, You make your board, I destroy it, and then I run over what you have left. Then Vision Hero Trinity, man, let me tell you something. This guy won me so many matches. Beat my one from White. He had trains. My brother plays Goki's OTKM consistently. He also has Alter Guys, destroy the Alter Guys deck, you know. My one brother, he has Salmon Great, ran over his Salmon Great, like, yo, you don't even understand. Last but not least, to line up the heroes, my third favorite hero, Evil Hero Malicious Bane. Let me tell you something. Can't be destroyed by battle, can't be destroyed by card effects. And he Raigekis your board, and whatever he Raigekis, his attack increases for 200 for each monster that is Raigeki. Like, yeah. Stupid good. Stupid good, especially if he's under elemental extra hero Dread Decimator. With the way I play this deck and the amount of resources you go through your combos and how many heroes are left in grave, their attack just is phenomenal. And then usually I always also have Sunrise on board, so then I'll purposely have 3 different attributes of monsters. That way they at least have a 600 boost, also additional to the extra hero Dread Decimators. 100 boost for each monster in grave. By then it's usually like 1400 attack that all my monsters are attacks are increased to, so that leaves Malicious Bane, it will already be up 4400, including the effect of the additional 200 per monster he destroyed on top of all that. So then he's almost impossible to get over. Like, yo, crazy. Let's fix this up real quick. I'm like really OCD about my cards and how they line up. OCD about my cards. Now for my side deck is extremely versatile. Like I mentioned before, like you always have to think of every deck, not just, you know, certain decks at your locals, so on and so forth. Now to continue on, here's my side deck. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Orcus matchups, or any matchups that involve decks with dark monsters. Super Poly Away, World Chalice Guard Dragon Armaduke, Spiral, or any deck that links off a lot, like such as World Chalice, so on and so forth. Lower your volume now. Lower your volume now. Thank you. Elemental Hero The Shining. Now this is for like super polying away Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, or, you know, Spiral Sleeper. Any deck that involves light monsters as well. Like I always end up usually seeing like a Satellar Knight deck at a regionals, so on and so forth. So it's like I'm thinking of all the past matchups that I had at regionals, because sometimes certain people like follow along regional. You always end up seeing different matchups, different people, but sometimes you always end up having certain people you always end up facing off with. But anyways, continuing on. 3 super polymerizations. You already know. Like I said, this deck is about breaking boards. It's not about negating your plays, so on and so forth. This is about breaking boards, whether it's on your turn or my turn. 3 Dark Ruler No Mores. 3 Twin Twisters, because I hate back row. And also, like I mentioned before, for breaking boards, 3 Evenly Matched. Shut up. Anyway, guys, this concludes my deck profile for Heroes. Thank you all for watching. Please hit that like button, and also there will be another deck profile coming soon that I'm going to be bringing to you guys, because you know how the meta is changing and everything. You know, I used to play a lot of Dino, for those who watched my deck profiles before. So the next deck profile is going to be my version of Shaddoll Dinos. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Till next time, peace.